particle moves along the x-axis so that the velocity at the time t greater than 0 is given by vt. I'm already on. There is one time t equals tr in the interval 0 is less than t less than 2 when the particle is at rest, not moving. Find tr for 0 less than t less than tr. Is the particle moving to the right or to the left? Give a reason for your answer.
Okay, so looking at the card, particle is at rest when it's going from positive to negative. What number is guaranteed between positive to negative? 0. So we're looking for, let's write on here, particle is at rest means our velocity is equal to 0. And I'm going to underline the piece because it says give the reason. When they say give the reason, you have to give them a sentence. And the sentence stem that I'm going to use is going to be all of this. Repeating the statement is always good on the AP test. So at some point when I'm done answering the question, we're going to use that sentence stem. So here I go. So we said v of t is 0. And let me get to the right one on this one. So let's flip to the answer document number 2. And when y'all ever read this, instead of reading all that, just say given function. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so my first thing is noticing that the particle is at rest at v of t is equal to 0. And then I'm also going to put on here, since we have our calculator on this one, we're going to put y1 is equal to 0. On y2, we're going to put the function given. So let's practice together. These are basically a freebie. So 0 on y1. And then on y2, our given function, which was natural log of x squared. Oops, I don't need the squared yet. X squared. And then we have minus 4x plus 5. And exactly as you see, close your parentheses, 0.2x. And we're going to start with the feature Zoom 6. So let me wait for y'all to type this in. Okay, if you're ready for Zoom 6, give me a thumbs up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. About ready? Zoom 6. I'm going to go. Zoom 6. You don't have to sketch this piece. Not sketching is not going to penalize you at all, but just so that you know where everything came from. It looks like we have 1, 2, and 3 tick mark-ish. And then the particle is doing something right over here. Something over here, dipped, and maybe something over here. And we're looking for the particle when it's at rest. So our velocity right here at 0, because that's positive, and that's negative. So I need to figure out what number is this. So when you go to second calc, number 5 is the intersect. Again, second calc, number 5. And then get your cursor pretty close to the first 0. And when you press enter 3 times, it's going to give you the accurate value. Did y'all get 1 point something? 1.4 what? 1.426, I agree. So I'm going to put on here, we have 0 less than t, less than time of rest is what this is trying to say, is 0 less than my t value less than 1.426. So let's see what's happening at that interval in the graph. Would you agree from 0 to that point? It is everything above the y-axis? Yeah, it's positive? So I'm going to say, since v of t is greater than 0 on the interval 0 less than t of r. If you replace this t of r with this number, it is perfectly fine. But I have it somewhere, so it's pretty much valid. And then I'm going to repeat my green underline value. The particle, if it's positive, is it moving to the left or the right?
Right.
Yep. And that's it. Moving to the right. Okay, the AP graders, the way they're going to grade it. Noticing that v of t has to be 0 and finding the value, it's going to be 1 point. And restating and explaining as to why it is will be another point. You don't have to have all these, but these are a good visual in my opinion. Y'all good with this? Okay. Harad, go ahead and read part B.
Find the acceleration of the particle at the time t equals 1.5. Show the setup for your calculations. Is the speed of the particle increasing or decreasing at the time t equals 1.5? Explain your reasoning.
So we're talking about speed. I'm gonna find the card that has a speed on here. I have it somewhere. Oh no, I don't have it here. Do y'all remember what card number had speed? Doop, doop. Maybe card number 6. There you go. So on this one, that's right. Flashcard number 6A. So speed is increasing when they have the what kind of sign? Same sign, and when they have different sign, it's gonna be decreasing. So let's see what is happening. And they gave us a time frame, not frame, at what value of t. So let's put on here, we need to find out a of 1.5, which is the derivative of the velocity. And that's gonna be our button math number 8. Do not overdo your math. Some of you guys were trying to like figure out it's a natural log of blah times the derivative of the inside. We don't need to worry about that. So what you're gonna physically type in on your calculator is this. There will be a calculator when you do math 8. It's gonna open up an area for the function. And then it's gonna say at what value of t, ours is gonna be 1.5. So make sure you write this down so you know what it looks like. Now go to your home screen. On your home screen, I'm gonna give you a little technique that's gonna save you a lot of time on the AP test. First go to math 8. And it's always d over dx, exactly the way we have it on here. And then, I know for sure I don't wanna type all that in one more time, right? So here's what you can do. You can go to vars, y vars, which is to the right. Function is enter. Where do we put our original function? On y1 or y2 if you remember? y2, because on y1 was 0. So if I select this, it's gonna remember what the function is without doing any work. And then we're looking for when time is equal to 1.5. Okay, so let's write something on here. So we did vars, y vars, function, and then we select. For us, it was y2. Sometimes it could be y1. Okay, once you have it ready, just like on my calculator, give me a thumbs up. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, almost. Okay, now let's press enter. It's gonna give us some number. What can I round this to if it's got 9999 basically? -1. So we know our acceleration is negative, and let's find the velocity. There's also a trick on this one as well. For velocity, when I go to my table set, second window, you type in 1.5, and then go to your second graph. It's gonna give you the value of some number over here. Is that also negative? Yeah? So it's also negative. So is it increasing or decreasing? Increasing. So the sentence stem that we're gonna steal from this one, underline with me. We're gonna steal speed of the particle, blah, 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 decreasing at time, blah, blah, blah. So here I go. Since a of 1.5 is less than 0, you can say negative, and v of 1.5 is also less than 0, and then we're going to copy the little sentence down. The speed of the particle, what do we say it was? Is increasing. Make sure you have it all down. Okay, the way they're going to break down the points. Knowing that the acceleration is v prime right here, it's going to give you 1 point. And knowing that you can compare that with the velocity and the explanation is going to give you another point.